Well. Would you take a look at what we have here? A couple of hot tamales. Pillagers. Taking the term coliseum like a little too literally, my guys. What are you doing? Wait, what's that? Your leader has betrayed you. A sacrifice at the coliseum? This will be the first sacrifice in the coliseum. Yes. I like the way you think. Sacrifice the leader. The leader has misguided you, misled you so far. Get into position right there. The first sacrifice of the coliseum. But you're also so misguided, so I'm just gonna have to take you out. The leader has taught you wrong. Maybe next time, friends. Today's meme of the day. Oh my gosh, it's a beauty. This is gonna set the tone perfectly for this episode. It's almost like I specifically requested this meme because there are so many versions of it on the subreddit, and they're all beautiful. I'd like to thank you all for the support in the last episode. However, I did see a couple haters and doubters in the last episode saying, one, the back of the build isn't finished. What are you talking about? Despicable. Of course, the back of the build is finished. We've got the lanterns and the other lanterns, and that's it. But that's only like the surface of it. I could deal with that one. Even more despicably, haters and non-believers saying there's nothing inside of the Coliseum. It's a lie. Look at this thing. It's grand, it's big, and clearly there's three things inside of the Coliseum. A floor, a crafting table, and chests. Chests are exactly where we start today. Grand Storage Cathedral Coliseum. Today we'll be doing all of the work on the interior. Now, when it comes to this build, I've got ideas. Like, so many ideas. I kind of know exactly what I want to do here, at least for this first layer. There needs to be a lot of storage inside of this build. That's one layer of chests. This is 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, and then maybe, depending on how I do it, that's even 6. 5 rows of chests stacked up right there. That's going to be a double chest. You will never see so many double chests in your life. This is going to be a lot of storage. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Then what I want to do is cut each section up into, an actual section. And for that purpose exactly, I've gotten to tree farming. Farming oak trees, farming spruce trees, but mostly oak trees in between episodes. That's exactly what I was doing. Check this out. Another brand new tree right there. And over here, 27 oak logs. Don't get too impressed. Alright, there's gotta be at least a little bit more inside of this old flying ship, right? Wrong. Well, anyways, I was saying, each section needs to be its own section. Then to carry the outside of the build over to the inside, arches. We need to come into this build with arches 100%. It's not even a storage building if there's no arches involved. So we do arches right there, and that's how we end up with chests perfectly like that. I fill them all in. There's a bunch of double chests, maybe a couple single chests at the top, and then I do this section and basically repeat it over again. Now, I think with how I'm lining everything up, this should fit perfectly in here. We do 3 sections of 5 right there, then we come up with something different for this wall. For this wall, I'm thinking we pop out right there, maybe we pop out right there. Just do one section that's a little bit smaller. Then on this wall, maybe we do it again, we pop out, and then the wall. Maybe I just run it into the wall like that. I mean, it might kind of work. Let's do that. I don't want to block the big window. Now the floor, I know exactly what you're thinking. Waddles, this is the nicest storage building that I've ever seen. It's pure luxury and profits, all that stuff. Why did you put dirt as the floor? Well, I don't know. With some of you speaking like that, you're making it very painfully obvious that some of you have never clearly been sent to a coliseum and fought in one. That's really awkward. That is, just tacky. So don't say it anywhere else. I won't judge you, though. Oh yes, and there can't be any gaps, but also I can't just use oak logs like insane, so what I think is maybe I fill spruce in back there, a subtle detail, but it fully finishes this thing off. And then the back wall, of course, the back wall can definitely be mushroom stems. Mushroom stems look amazing, they look great, and so that's where we start our build today. Now, because of the pillagers, I kind of feel like we just jumped right into things. We didn't even get to small talk or anything in the beginning, which is so weird. So, how are you guys doing? The weather, yeah, on second thought, I don't want to talk right now. I'll be right back. My child, it is beautiful and wonderful. Look at this thing. My child is perfect. The storage building is my new child, and this thing is good. I've moved the chest over to the middle. This is what we're looking at on every single section. That's going to be expensive, though, because we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, which is 10, plus 5 more, which is 15. 16, 17, 18 chests in that section. And then actually over here, these sections get a little bit wider. We're going to have double chest, times 5 right there. So that's 15 double chests, plus more on the top. Yeah, this is going to be my biggest storage build. Well, I guess I've said that a lot. I do think I want to do something a little bit different on this wall, though. So I was trying to, like, basically wrap the storage around on this side. I like how it kind of ends over there. I feel like that feels good with the big window right there. But over here, I wanted to try and, like, continue over this way. I think if we do things like that, that'll make the second story a whole lot easier to get in. So let's see. What do we have here? I mean, this is the middle. We could pop things back like that and go 4 and 4. That would work. Or do I maybe just do, like, one big wide open one? I guess, yeah, because I would do that there and there. Yeah, maybe the answer is one big wide open one, because we also do have that zombie spawner right there on the other side. And I think eventually I want to set up a building right there, and if I'm setting up a building, I would probably come back in and cut these chests out, make a hallway right there. So yeah, maybe that's the answer. We do that right there. Then basically all I need to do is continue what I've done over here, repeat it over there, go over this way, skip the center this time, of course, so we can, like, you know, actually walk in and out, and then finish it. Wrap it all the way down to this side. Second story might be a little bit tricky with the logs like this, so maybe I have to bump them up or something, but we definitely need a second story. This is a tall build, and tall for a reason. I don't really like storage on the second floor, but I need storage on the second floor. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But first things first, first floor. Cows, oh cows, you are a good friend, but you're not gonna like this next part. Today, some sacrifices will be necessary. Additionally, this view, this is getting expensive. I can't pay for it any longer. You have to move. You better move. You better move. You better move. Louis, my shoes. You better move. It was a reference. If you get it, you get it. Cows, cows, look at your smiles. You're all so excited to come with me. Just wait until I show you what I have in store for you. I made so many more fences, didn't even think about reusing these ones. I was just too excited. Oh, what's that? You've never seen this. Oh, that's right, that's right. The last time I walked you through here, none of this glorious empire was here. Look at this. This is the base. You live here with me. We have big building right there with the bees inside. I like the bees a little bit more, but yeah, building right there. Axolotls, my finest soldiers. They're actually all gone, but they're axolotls right there. We have statue of axolotl, not Yoda or anything. We have this. What? No. Do not call that Yoda statue. No. Well, anyways, the rest of you, I need you to come with me. I don't know how there's only 4 of you left, but it's fine. Haha, cows, even better. You get a view of the wonderful build you will be helping. Maybe in 1.19, I will set up the best house in the world for you, but for now, Fence Pen 3.0. This is your home. No, 1 block short. This cannot do. There we go, perfect. Cows, time to eat. Sheep, I don't know how you got there, but whatever, I don't care. It's fine. And then the rest of these cows, I'm so sorry about this, but they can't exist. I can't have free-range cows making messes all over the base. No way. These cows, these will go towards the build. Alright, so we're good friends. You know me, a history buff. If this build isn't historically accurate, then just take me out back. Delete the world, you know, like, whatever. The build needs to be historically accurate, and to be honest, I think that's exactly what I'm pulling off here. Now, I know you're impressed. We have all of these sections fully filled in with chests, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, check this out. We have arches all over the place. I came in with spruce trap doors and did a little, like, strap thing right there. I think that looks cool. The arches, of course, gravity is a thing, you know? So they're, like, hanging from that top part right there. Look at this thing. I think it's going to be so good. It's going to be grand, and wait for it. This is going to be my biggest storage building ever. Also, not to flex or anything, but I moved my grower operation indoors, and look at this. I have so much oak logs, so many oak trees. Well, 2 oak trees right now, but yeah. Now, the next important part of this build is a second story. We're going to need a way up to the second story, and then, of course, we're going to need chests on the second story. So, for the second story, the way up, I'm thinking pretty straightforward, like a grand staircase right in the middle walking up, maybe like 3 or 5 blocks wide, you know, like pretty big and grand. And then, what I think I want to try and do, and this might be a little bit more tricky to pull off here, but I think I want to do some kind of, like, arched walkway going across the front here, so I could, like, walk over and, I guess not look out the window because I'm just, like, too tall or whatever, but, like, yeah, like an arched walkway cutting across the front. I think it could be cool. Now, to create this arched walkway, we will need to build another arch. Now, you're looking at the professional here, but I'm kind of nervous. Like, this is kind of like a big space for an arch, right? Like, how do I do it and make it arch up and then connect the staircase in the middle and make it look good? Like, is this the answer right here? Just like a slight subtle arch? Or Do we want to go for something a little bit more intense? I'm kind of thinking like slight and subtle might be the answer, but also another big question that I'm having here is, do I do staircases for this arch? Like, maybe the answer is move the arch bit in a little bit more like this and then do like a staircase right here. That might be a better way to transition into an arch and make the arch in the middle. Yeah, you know, something like that. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I said something about it in the last episode, and I saw some memes about it in the comments. Love the memes always, but like seriously, I can't talk. I literally cannot speak. Arch, what do we think? I mean, I think it kind of works. I think that is good. I think that's the exact arch that we need. I mean, it's like gradual, but it's not too gradual, and it's not too steep. That's it. That's the way across. Oh, yeah. And you can walk across over here, too, but this is like the normal, plain, boring way. Oh, yeah. Check that arch out. That's the arch. Ooh, and maybe instead of big beams cutting down, like 4 of them, what if we do this? We do this little like stand right there and have this cut straight down. Oh, that's a better way to do it. Less beams. Is 3-block wide staircase grand enough, though? I'm thinking the answer is no. We need something a little bit bigger. 5-block wide. Now, I did a little something way back when we were setting up the axolotl aquarium, if you can remember that, like ages ago now at this point. When we were setting up the staircase around that aquarium, I did a little something to the staircase to make it a little bit more interesting. Basically, stripes. Stripes are pretty cool. Stripes are not the best thing in the universe. It would be like arches, but stripes are maybe potentially like the 3rd or 4th best thing. If we do the stripes on the staircase, it not only keeps the staircase big, open, flat, easy to use, but it also starts to make it look cooler looking. So let's try it, stripes. In an ideal world, I would be using trapdoor staircases, but trapdoor staircases currently don't exist, and plain old trapdoors would make the staircase really, really hard to use, so staircase stripes it is. There we go. I think that's pretty good. That does the job for a big staircase. I'm gonna have to add some supports on the side of this thing, but that's great. We walk up the staircase and we get to the second layer. Now, the second layer, we're gonna need to switch things up a little bit on the second layer here because we're cramped on space. First things first, less chests. I think what we could do is maybe, I don't know, maybe we do like a tower of like 4 chests instead of 5 or whatever I did before. Yeah, 5. And then maybe this time we keep things a little bit more flat too. Chests are already pretty interesting looking, so I think we could get away with it. In terms of the sections, I think we could keep it the same. So this is the middle. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we do another section there, and then 5 again, another section, and then finally another section right there. I think that'll be good, and that'll help keep like this walk area nice and wide. Now, I said before, barrels are going to go right there in every single spot. And then right here, when we turn the corner, I think basically the same thing. We just keep everything flat. Let's see. From down here, we're looking at something that looks a little bit something like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. For a 3rd story, I don't know if we'll really worry about it, but we're definitely going to need more like on top of that thing right there because that's a really abrupt ending. We can't just end it like that. I think I have an idea. Okay, so hear me out here. If this is terrible, just tell me it's terrible. We'll never talk about it again. But I think maybe this might be pretty cool. So what I want to do is a couple more logs going up like that. Then I'm going to come in here with spruce staircases back here in line, like right above the chest. I think that'll look cool. Cut those out because we don't really need them. Then in the middle here, I want to try and create something cool. So could do that. No, though. No. Maybe we take these out because we have a small space. And we do that. And then over here, we do the same thing. Like that. Okay. Yes. I can feel it. It's coming together. Then we do maybe that there. And then this. No. Okay. We do that. And then we jump down all the way to the bottom and turn around and look at it. And it's kind of a cool shape, right? Like, and then imagine that carrying all throughout the whole thing, like the wood design. And we do a shape like, whoa, all the way around the side. Oh, it'll be exciting. It'll be really cool. However, it still needs more. So the top of this thing, that pillar right there, this pillar right there. Remember about that whole historical accuracy thing that I said? Well, it wasn't a joke. So yeah, attention to detail, all that kind of stuff. Maybe do something behind, whatever. But campfires. It's Roman. Not only do campfires have this subtle sound that I really like the burning sound, no joke. I just think it sounds really cool and adds to it. But imagine this, we have the fire like sitting on pedestals all around this thing. Maybe I put like trapdoors around it, maybe I don't, but fire on the pedestal with the smoke coming out of the top of this build. Then from a distance, or even better from up here on the hill with a subtle fire inside of the Colosseum, kind of like I have in that chimney right there. It'll look cool, it's animated, it's great, and then we have the smoke coming out of it too. I think it'll end up looking like almost like sacrifices are constantly going on inside of the storage building. And that's a vibe. That's definitely a sure and certain specific type of vibe. Also, look at how the chests are like invisible from up here. That's kind of weird. I said it before, I'll say it again. Tree farm, when? I just need like a couple more people to say it with me, like down in the comments or something. And then maybe I'll actually do it. Tree farm, when? So that's a lot of the build. I'm happy with it so far, excited about it. But I do have one big problem with the build. I'm not too sure what to do about it either. The tones inside of the build. I like the oak tone, I like the spruce tone. My favorite tones in the game, probably, maybe. I'm not too sure about that. But anyways, I like the tones. But the build is like entirely only those tones on the inside. I don't know if I exactly like that. Now, I was thinking about trying to fix that. I think maybe to fix it, I could put like a big fountain in the middle. I don't want to obstruct the middle too much. I want to keep it open, easy to move around, you know. Another idea that I had is big statue. I could definitely come into the build and try and build like a big statue, or maybe even two in the middle of the Colosseum. That could be kind of cool, add to the lore of the world. But on that note, same problem kind of. Will a big statue just break up the openness of the build? I think there's a good chance, and that's not good. So I'm not too sure what to do about that part, but when it comes to everything else, I think we've pretty much got it. Okay, so this next move is either going to be amazing, or it's not going to be amazing. I need warped wood. I'm still having a big problem. The build is entirely one color. I don't exactly like that. I think once I get item frames in here and items, it'll look a little bit better, but it's one color. I need a little bit more details in here at the same time. Birch fences would be the safe call. It's slightly different color, and there's detail, but color. If I want to go to the extreme, oh, that's color. There's no denying, the floor it is flat right now. I'm thinking maybe I could dig down in the middle and like make something a little bit more interesting, but also carpets. Carpets would help out big time. Now, if I wasn't so focused on realism, I'd say maybe I could come back in and change the floor to like stone or something. And I mean, I haven't necessarily completely ruled that out. Like maybe that's in the future. I come back in and swap the floor out for stone or something else. Who knows? But for now, dirt. Dirt is the move, and maybe I lower it down. Carpets are definitely going to help break it up, especially if it's a pattern, light blue cyan. Oh yeah, it'll look pretty cool. Carpet on the floor, probably should do it in a couple different spots. There's no denying that it will definitely add color to the build, but the build could still definitely use a little bit more. So I was thinking top part of the build kind of blends into the sky. You got the light blue in the sky, maybe light blue on the banners. These banners basically hang in front of these windows, and they're kind of like, I don't know, window curtains or something like that. But more importantly, their color. And adding all this blue kind of gets me wondering, like, should I be swapping all of these campfires that I just put in here out for like soul campfires or something? I'm gonna have to think about that one. I don't want to go too overkill with the color, but like soul campfire in the build, I don't know. That might kind of look sweet. Another trick that I did to help start break up the color is lanterns. I hung some lanterns down on the lower part of the build, but with the banners up on the top part of the build, this is what we're looking at now. We have that subtle blue accent right there, blends into the sky, picks up the carpet on the ground. That looks pretty cool. I need a fence. I need a fence up top, right there. Look, I'm nervous about this. I'm really nervous, and I'm also trusting you. I mean, I already know for 100% certain that it's gonna be divisive. Like, not everyone's gonna love it. But if this is absolutely terrible looking, you have to let me know. At the same time, warped fences, I mean, you don't see warped fences every day. I mean, I haven't seen them ever inside of this world. So it's kind of a flex, right? And, I mean, it's not too random. Now that we have the carpet on the lower part, maybe I'll have more blue down there. We have the banners up top. Of course, we're open to the sky. It wouldn't be the only spot you're seeing blue in this build, right? Ooh, maybe I could even come back in and put some flower pots on top of the barrels. Aha, and inside of those flower pots, are there white flowers or blue flowers? Yes. Big reveal, warped fences. What do we think about them? Inside of the build, is it good? Is it bad? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's too early to tell. Need to get the item frames in for sure to start breaking this thing up. But the color. I think the color might help the build out. I kind of like it. I don't know. I think we're onto something. But let's move on. The chest situation, to put it simple, it's not good right now. I'm not even halfway done. I need more wood. To get the wood quickly, I'm thinking dark oak trees. I can plant dark oak trees inside of the space, then bone meal them to speed it up a little bit. Don't have to worry about pods all or anything. Then I can take the dark oak wood, turn it purely into planks, and the planks purely into chests, and then I can start filling this thing up. Now, every once in a while, I've been running over to my cow farm and breeding my cows. I, unfortunately, don't know if we're going to be able to get all of the item frames inside of this build today. That's going to be a lot of item frames, but maybe that's the perfect reason to consider building a better cow farm. Maybe I should do that. Then down here on the ground, I'm gonna need to do something. The build is still really kind of strange looking, to be honest. I was considering with all of this blue, maybe some kind of fountain. If I could build a fountain, come up with a simple design and put it in on the ground, the blue, it'll definitely like add to everything, right? So maybe like a fountain over there out of the way, and then maybe in the center I set up a small table with like the essentials: stone cutter, furnace, maybe crafting table for sure. I was also thinking plants. Could probably use a couple more of those inside of the build, so maybe like azaleas. I could do azaleas every once in a while, like maybe sitting on podzol, and then maybe around the podzol like dark oak trap doors or something so I can't really see it. I'll try it out in the corners every once in a while. Don't want to go too crazy with the blue fences, so maybe over here we just tone it down a little bit, do some normal fences. And oh boy, here's the big one. I will probably never live this down within the historical community. And historical community, I'm sorry about this, but I hate the floor. I've tried everything that I could possibly do to be optimistic about the floor situation and just say that I can leave it and it'll be okay and it'll be fine. I hate the floor with a burning passion. I need to change it. I can't live with this floor anymore. Stone floor. Stone floor inside of this build, all stone. Maybe a little bit of cobblestone as well. Trust me, it is going to look literally at least a million times better. Definitely. I'm so sorry about this. It's moving time. What I've created is literally insane. I just did the math on this thing. Take a guess. How many chests do you think are in total in this thing? Like top floor, bottom floor. I finished all the chests, by the way. My sweet ship, you've carried us through so much. The storage building inside of you, it was never good to be honest, but ship, you're so sentimental. You're special to me. Don't worry, ship. We'll be back. It's storage time though. I figure what I'll do is I'll start with the important things and then come back for the things I don't care about as much later. From up on the mountain with a fully finished storage coliseum, this is kind of what we're looking at. And from down on the ground, oh boy, editor, cue some music. Oh boy, not that one. That's much better. From down on the ground, the grand storage coliseum. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at chests. We're looking at blue, and it's big. Storage inside of this world. I think it's safe to say, I think I have definitely, absolutely solved the storage problem inside of Minecraft World Record Survival World. Inside of this storage coliseum, we have a grand total of 662 storage chests, not including the barrels, in fact. That's a lot of storage. It's a lot of storage. I definitely overshot this one for sure. For the table in the middle, I went with something pretty flat and simple. I figure I'll put decorations on the thing. Storage building. Oh boy, item frames. Yeah, there's no way I'm finishing those today. So over here, you probably notice a blank spot on the wall. This is actually over towards the zombie spawner. I'm thinking maybe I just save space for like a door right there. No point in putting the chests there if I plan on taking them out. Storage room organized. I have a lot of items. It's going to be a big process. We'll start it slowly today. When I'm doing a storage building, I like to put things that are similar near each other. So I'm thinking maybe like dirt over here. I'll do 2 chests of dirt because I have a lot. Maybe same thing with grass as well. I also don't really need to worry about running out of space because I have a second story here and so many chests to begin with. The staircase is really easy to use, so I don't think I'll have a problem storing things on the second floor this time. Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking about is maybe carving out the chests in the middle on the top floor because I have so many, and adding like a balcony so I could look back at the gigantic beetroot field. Maybe. The valuables, my prized possessions. I've been looking at the storage room trying to figure out where I want to put them. Of course, like front and center would be nice, but I don't use them very much. So this wall, it's kind of different and fancy. Maybe we'll put things like diamonds and iron and coal over here. Oh, and check this out. The door over here, I decided to make it better. It's looking pretty fancy. Maybe we could do things like stone over here. I feel like that would make sense. I mean, we have like dirt over there. Maybe we'll do sand and gravel, things like that. And then over here, stone. So like cobblestone, stone. Oh God, oh no, not you. What do you want? And where are your llamas? No. When I was working on the project, I switched things up. I mean, dark oak trees are nice, don't get me wrong. Like, the wood is cool, but dark oak trees are definitely not spruce trees. Spruce trees yield so much more wood, so after farming dark oak trees for a while, I realized there's no more dirt on the floor, which means I don't need to worry about podzol, which means giant tree. The giant trees truly helped out huge time. I also set up this small fountain right over here. I mean, it's really not much. Don't even know if I'm gonna keep it. Blocks like stone over there, blocks like ground over there, maybe front and center, wood. After all, this stuff is like the most used stuff in this entire world. Yeah, I've got a lot of organization to do. That's gonna do it for today's episode. With today's episode, the Grand Storage Coliseum is now officially complete. What do you think about it? Let me know down below. If you've enjoyed this project and you think it turned out nice, let me know by smashing a like on this video. Leaving a like on the video helps it out huge time, and leaving a like might convince me to build a second Coliseum. Check out this build from the outside, with the chest in the window, the subtle detail, the chef's kiss. The icing has been put on the cake. Thanks for watching, High IQ Gang. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.